least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
10. Off the play fake. Henderson.
Now look, with a lot of field behind them, get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Following the interception, Young. Flush to his right. And they're into the end zone, but it's not very. Holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Here is Young. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. On the counter now, it's Sanders. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Young to throw it. So part one of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted a tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 45 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits.
Day 9 games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Off play action. Henderson. And incomplete on the deep ball. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. Gets around him. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Patterson running between the tackles. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Patterson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he's going to be brought down straight up. 5 at the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what what to do next. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third down, here's Patterson. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Patterson. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So now the Panthers down on the scoreboard. 57 seconds to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. Young. He's going to let it fly. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Young to throw. Able to find Thielen. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. This one into the hands of Thielen. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. One last shot for Young. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play, and getting it to midfield gave them that opportunity, hoping they could find their way to the end zone and make that miracle happen. A really good ending to an entertaining contest, though.
So for the Falcons, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. Sports in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Steelers, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts.
It's Madden NFL 23, and we'll see Fred Warner. He put up numbers last week with a 9.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Force.
Nerves involved in this moment. Running your team out to start a game. But there's a reason they brought him in. We're willing to make him their starter today. They believe he can overcome those nerves and lead his team to a victory. We saw him do it at the collegiate level and really make himself into a leader and someone you can envision doing the exact same thing here in the NFL.
And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On play action, they'll throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Another grab here for the dynamic Christian McCaffrey. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Mitch Wishnowsky now. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie, one of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Brian Burns in there to get him. And that wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Another good throw there in what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his first year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
First down, Young. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Nick Bosa. It'll go as sacks at this point.
But they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
After the sack on first down, Young to the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with it. And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive.
And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll find McLeod on the right side complete.
Finding room at midfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Up the gut, McCaffrey. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Ray McCloud, his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon.
This is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really haven't. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The numbers there for Kamara from a week ago. 19 carries, 89 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Young. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Brian Burns. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.